Okay, for this topic, we are going to talk about mixed numbers, converting mixed numbers to fractions. Okay? So, i-convert natin, ito-change natin ang mixed numbers to an equivalent in fractions. So, for example, we have 7 and 3 over 5. 7 and 3 over 5 is basically a mixed number. It's a combination of a whole number and a fraction. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay. Now, how do you change it as a fraction? What type of fraction is it actually? Tingnan natin. We'll find out what type of fraction it is in a while. Okay. Again, this is the same rule with what you have learned from the last part of the video, the last video. So, you take the denominator and multiply it with the whole number. And then whatever your answer is, you are going to add it with your numerator. And expressing this as a mathematical sentence, that is equivalent to 5 multiplied to 7 plus 3. Okay. It's just that in this case, by the way, hindi ko na mention pala, sorry. When you express a mixed number to a fraction, you basically just copy the denominator. Okay, what we're solving here for is just the numerator. So, again, expressing it, that's 5 times 7 plus 3. 5 times 7 will basically give you 35. Add 3 will give you 38. So, ibig sabihin, 38 over 5 ang answer natin dito. Okay. Now, the question here, kanina, anong klaseng fraction ito? This type of fraction is called an improper fraction. Why do you call it improper? Okay, anong difference nila? Proper versus improper fractions. Proper fractions, their numerator are usually smaller than the denominator, such as 3 over 5, 2 over 7, 6 over 11. So if you notice that our numerators, they have a smaller value than the denominator, which means this type of fractions are smaller than 1. Okay, this means that they are basically smaller than 1 in terms of value yan. Okay, in terms of value, meaning 3/5, 2 over 7, 6 over 11, they are basically smaller than 1, or they are less than 1. Okay? While improper fractions naman, let's take the same value for this one, the other side. It's just that we're going to interchange their values sa numerator and denominator. So instead of writing 3/5, I'm going to write 5 over 3, 7 over 2, and 11 over 6. Okay. Anong nanonotice natin dito? We now have numerators that have bigger values compared to their denominators. So in this case, improper fractions are technically bigger or greater than 1. Because if you're going to express this improper fractions to mixed numbers, they will have whole numbers bigger than 1. I mean, not all whole numbers are bigger than 1. Pero may whole, well, technically, if you combine a fraction and a whole number, they are basically bigger than the value of 1. Okay, kasi nga may fraction siya. Okay. Okay, so that's how you differentiate proper and improper fractions. Klaro yan, ha? Again, mixed numbers to so technically, yung title talaga dito is mixed numbers to improper fractions. Okay, klaruin ko lang to. Okay, mixed numbers to improper fractions. So let's have another type of mixed number again. Let's say 4 and 2 over 7. 4 and 2 over 7, again, take the denominator, multiply it with the whole number, and then add it with the numerator. So expressing it again as a improper fraction, first things first, to keep it safe, just copy the denominator. So the denominator of 4 and 2 over 7 is 7. So we just copy it with our improper fraction as 7 as well for the denominator. Expressing the mathematical sentence of this one, that's 7 times 4 plus 2. 7 times 4 will basically give you 28, plus 2 will give you 30. So our answer here is 30. Okay, that's how you change or convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now, how do we do it the other way around? How do we do improper fractions? To mixed numbers. Paano nga ba ang improper fractions to mixed numbers? Okay. So let's say improper fraction natin is 12 over 5. Okay, first things first. A fraction is basically a division sentence. It can be expressed as a division sentence, which means 12 over 5 is actually 12 divided by 5, which means it can be written as 12 divided by 5. Okay, hindi nyo nakikita yung symbol. Tingnan nyo. These two dots represent the values. Diba? Make sense to you now? Klaro ba? Okay. So, erase ko lang. That's just an additional information. Which means we can now express it as a division sentence. So, pwede natin gawing 12 divided by 5. Always remember that when we are dividing, what is inside is our numerator. Okay, always please take note of that. Okay. Anyway, so yan lang. All you have to do here is to express it this way. I-erase ko lang muna yung mga information that are not needed for now. Okay, how do you solve this? Of course, I'm quite sure that you already know how to divide. 12 divided by 5, how many 5 will fit 12? That's only 2. 2 multiplied to 5 will give you 10. 12 minus 10 will give you 2. Then we basically stop there. Until there are no numbers to bring down na. Unless if you still have other numbers to bring down, continue dividing. But if there's none, then you stop. Anong gagawin natin dito ngayon? You take the whole number. I mean, your quotient pala, sorry. You take the quotient and that will represent as our whole number. You take the remainder and that will represent our numerator. And obviously, yung denominator natin is just the same value, which is 5. So, converting or the value of 12 over 5 into mixed numbers is equivalent to 2 and 2 over 5. Let's try to make use of this example kanina. Tingnan nyo, we started with 4 and 2 over 7. We ended up with 30 over 7. So, try natin kunin yung 30 over 7. Let's try to take this example. Tingnan natin if we will have the same answer as 4 and 2 over 7. We have 30 over 7, which means this can be expressed as 30 divided by 7. So, pwede nyong isolve to as 30 divided by 7. 30 divided by 7. How many 7 will fit 30? If you have memorized your multiplication table, you basically know what to do with this one. Okay. So, how many ang kasya? Only 4. 4 multiplied to 7 will give you 28. 30 minus 28 will give you 2. Again, take your quotient. Your quotient will be your whole number. Take your numerator, your remainder, and your remainder will become your numerator. And of course, whatever your denominator is, it's just the same. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? So, check down natin. Is this the same thing as what we did earlier? Is 30 divided by 7 equivalent to 4 and 2 over 7? Let's see. 4 and 2 over 7. Correct. So, this is basically, you can actually make use of this as checking. Ganun lang kadali ang mix numbers to improper fractions and vice versa. Improper fractions to mixed numbers as well. So, napakadali lang. Okay? So, yun lang.